Welcome back to AI Brief, everyone, episode 27. And today we're diving into all the latest AI happenings. We've got a ton of fascinating stuff, new models, company updates, even whispers about AI maybe, possibly, helping us live longer.
Sounds exciting.
To help unpack it all, joining me again is Leah. She always has the best insights into these rapid developments.
Great to be back. 2025 is off to a wild start already.
Absolutely. So let's jump right in. OpenAI seems to be all over the news again this week. They're about to release o3-Mini, their first model launch of the year.
OpenAI has been busy, and this new o3-Mini model seems to be all about reasoning, focusing on things like science, coding, and math. And they're releasing it both through their API and ChatGPT, so it'll be available to lots of different users.
Interesting. Any idea how o3-Mini compares to their previous models, like o1 Pro?
Well, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, said that o3-Mini is less accurate than o1 Pro on most tasks, but it's significantly faster.
So they're prioritizing speed over accuracy this time.
Sounds like it. It might be a hint about how they're thinking about integrating AI into those more real-time applications. Maybe AI tools that can respond really quickly, even integrated into everyday software. Imagine that.
That's a lot of possibilities. But speed over accuracy, that could have some drawbacks, right?
Yeah,
Especially in fields where precision is really important.
exactly. Think of AI being used for things like medical diagnoses or managing critical infrastructure. If the accuracy drops even a little, it could have big consequences.
Definitely something to consider as AI gets more and more integrated into those sensitive areas of our lives.
Hmm.
But it sounds like OpenAI isn't stopping at o3-Mini. There are whispers about even more advanced models like o3 and o3 Pro. And then there's the news about Sam Altman's briefing in Washington about what they're calling PhD-level superagents.
PhD-level superagents sounds a bit like science fiction, doesn't it? But clearly, OpenAI is aiming high, pushing the boundaries of what AI can do. Details are still pretty scarce, but sources suggest these superagents are designed to tackle complex tasks and do them at an expert level.
Wow. I wonder what that could mean for different industries. Could this be AI that can perform surgery, negotiate international treaties, maybe even something that impacts our everyday lives, like an AI assistant that manages your entire workload and does it really well?
That's a lot to think about. It's not hard to imagine these super agents working in fields like scientific research, finance, or even creative industries. Seems like the possibilities are endless.
And who knows what else they're working on behind closed doors. It's also interesting that OpenAI is making moves in a very different field. Biological research, they've developed a model called GPT-4b Micro, which is designed for protein engineering. This is connected to their collaboration with Retro Biosciences, a startup that's focused on using proteins to possibly reverse cellular aging.
It's wild. They're basically trying to use AI to manipulate proteins and see if they can turn back the clock on aging at a cellular level. Early results look promising. The AI model suggested redesigns for proteins that were much more effective than what human researchers came up with. Think about it. What if they could reverse aging in skin cells and then use that knowledge on other types of cells? It's ambitious, that's for sure.
No kidding. But OpenAI isn't the only company making waves. Runway's got a new image generation model that's getting a lot of buzz.
Yeah, Runway's always been known for its work with AI video generation. Now they're diving into the world of images with their new model frames. The big buzz is about its photorealism and its ability to give users a lot of stylistic control through something they're calling worlds.
Worlds, what's that all about?
Well, think of them as like a set of filters or themes that let you keep a consistent aesthetic when you're generating different images. It's like having a signature look that you can apply to your AI artwork. It could be a big deal for creators if they want to keep a unified style in their work, whether they're making marketing materials, video games, or digital art.
It sounds like AI tools are becoming more and more user-friendly, more accessible, even for things that used to be for highly skilled professionals.
Definitely. And it's not just about accessibility for individuals. Businesses are also catching on. They're realizing AI can streamline workflows, automate tasks, and even open up new creative possibilities.
That makes sense. And speaking of businesses and AI, we've also seen some big funding announcements this week. Looks like investors are betting big on AI.
For sure. Harvey, the AI-powered legal assistant, just got a $300 million funding round. That values the company at $3 billion. Their AI co-pilot helps lawyers do things like reviewing documents, legal research, and even drafting legal documents. And some of the world's biggest law firms are already using it.
That's a big sign that AI is breaking into specialized fields, like law. It makes sense when you think about it. Law is all about huge amounts of data and complex regulations. Seems like a perfect match for AI.
I agree, and the competition's heating up in other areas too. Like, we're seeing a battle of the chatbots. Alphabet's Gemini is trying to take on ChatGPT.
Now, that's a rivalry I'm watching closely.
Hmm.
ChatGPT's got a massive user base, so they seem to have the upper hand right now. But Alphabet, with all its resources and tech expertise, they're a serious competitor.
Absolutely. And as we move beyond those big players, it's really interesting to see all these specialized AI tools popping up. Tools that are tailor-made for specific tasks and industries. This trend towards specialization, it's a sign that AI is maturing. It's moving beyond those general purpose models.
Yeah, it really is. Amazing to see how diverse the AI world is becoming. We're
Yeah.
seeing AI being used for everything, from legal research to image generation to protein engineering. It seems like every week there's a new breakthrough
Hmm.
or a new company making headlines.
Yeah, and it's not just the established players. There's this whole wave of startups developing innovative AI solutions. And investors are definitely paying attention. In fact, speaking of startups, Perplexity AI has been making some big moves. They recently acquired Read.cv, that's a professional networking platform, and get this, they're reportedly in the running to buy TikTok.
Wow, especially that bid for TikTok. That's a huge move. Buying a platform with that many users and
Hmm.
all that data, that would be a game changer for any AI company.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder how they'd integrate TikTok's content and user interactions into their AI platform.
It's hard to say, but it would definitely give them a ton of data, which could lead to some interesting developments in areas like personalized content recommendations, trend prediction, maybe even AI-powered content creation.
Definitely a lot of possibilities there. But along with all this excitement around AI, there's also been some controversy and debate, particularly around transparency and potential conflicts of interest. Like there was some pushback against OpenAI's involvement with that frontier math benchmark because they didn't disclose their financial backing until after their O3 model achieved record-breaking performance on it.
Transparency is so important in AI, especially as these models become more powerful and influential. We need to be open about how these models are being developed, evaluated, even how they're funded, so we can have informed discussions about their impact and any ethical concerns.
Good point. It's a reminder that while the tech is moving super fast, we also need to be having these important conversations about responsible AI development. So, speaking of AI's growing influence, there's new data from the Pew Research Center. It says the ChatGPT use for schoolwork among U.S. teens has doubled to 26% since 2023.
That's a big jump in just a couple of years. Shows how AI tools like ChatGPT are becoming more integrated into education, even at the high school level. It'll be interesting to see if this trend keeps going and how it changes the way students learn, do research, and write in the years to come.
Makes you wonder, are educators changing their teaching methods and assignments to account for these AI tools that are so readily available?
It's probably a mix. Some are embracing the potential of AI in education. Others are concerned about things like plagiarism, critical thinking, and the overall role of technology in the classroom. It's a topic that's going to be discussed and experimented with for the next few years for sure, especially as AI gets even more sophisticated and accessible.
Definitely a lot to think about there. And it's not just education that's being transformed by AI. The entertainment industry is also getting on board, using AI in all sorts of creative ways. Like Character AI, they're known for their AI-powered chatbots. Now they're moving into gaming. They just launched two new interactive games, Speakeasy and War of Words.
It makes sense. Interactive games are a natural fit for character AI. These games let users interact with AI-powered characters in a more dynamic and immersive way. It's like combining storytelling with AI, opening up all kinds of possibilities for entertainment and social connection.
Really interesting. And there are advancements in coding assistants too. Cognition Labs just released a new version of their Devon AI coding assistant. They've made improvements to its context understanding, added a browser-based setup, and even integrated Slack audio.
That's a pretty big upgrade. Sounds like they're trying to make Devon AI a more collaborative and intuitive tool for developers so they can work more efficiently and easily integrate it into their current workflow. Another example of how AI is becoming more specialized, not just replacing human workers, but helping them, making their jobs easier.
Exactly. And it's not just specialized tools. OpenAI is concerned that users can now give ChatGPT custom instructions. So you can now tell ChatGPT how you want it to address you, what kind of personality you want it to have, and even how you want it to respond.
That's a big step towards making AI interactions more personal and engaging. Imagine a chatbot that understands your requests and also adapts to your communication style and preferences. It makes interacting with AI feel less like a transaction and more like a real conversation.
It could even lead to AI companions or assistants, ones that are personalized to your needs and personality. And while we're on the topic of personalization, Black Forest Labs has added a new feature to their Flux platform. Users can now create their own fine-tuned models, based on up to 20 images.
That's a really powerful tool for creators. It means they can generate highly personalized content, whether it's for branding, marketing, or just for fun. Imagine being able to train an AI model on your own photos or artwork, and then using that model to make new variations or even create whole new pieces in the same style.
Puts the power of AI customization right in the user's hands. And this trend of democratizing AI, it's happening everywhere. From coding to design to research, it's not just the big tech companies driving innovation anymore.
Exactly. And the breakthroughs aren't limited to the digital world. Researchers at the University of Chicago have developed a bionic hand. It uses a brain-computer interface, so the user can control the hand with their thoughts and even feel touch again.
Wow, that's incredible. It sounds like something out of science fiction.
Hmm.
Amazing how tech is bridging the gap between the human body and the digital world. This has huge implications for people with disabilities. It gives them new options for mobility, independence, even sensory experience.
It really shows the potential of AI and robotics, not just to improve our lives, but to change what's possible for humans.
We've covered a lot of amazing things today, from specialized AI tools and funding rounds to groundbreaking research and even bionic breakthroughs.
And this is just a glimpse of what's happening in the AI world. We focused on some of the big names like OpenAI, Alphabet, and Runway, but there are tons of smaller companies and research groups doing amazing work.
It's a really exciting time to be following AI, and the funding landscape is booming. Investors are recognizing AI's potential across so many sectors. Quorum AI, for example, they focus on video security platforms. They just raised $13.8 million. And Ubidy Technologies, they're developing a home insights platform. They got $10 million.
It seems like AI is attracting investment from everywhere as its potential applications become more clear and its impact on different industries becomes undeniable.
It really does. Now, before we wrap up, let's highlight a few more trending AI tools that we think are really interesting. We already talked about Kria AI 3D for 3D object creation and Minimax T2A01 HD for voice cloning. But there are so many innovative tools out there.
There are. One that caught my eye is Humva. It lets you create custom avatars for social media and other platforms. It's like having a digital version of yourself that you can personalize and use online.
Sounds cool, especially as virtual and augmented reality become more common.
Exactly. And there's Get Website Report. It does AI-powered audits of web pages for SEO and conversion optimization. It's a useful tool for anyone who wants to improve their online presence and make sure their websites are doing well.
And for people who are overwhelmed by all the AI prompts out there, there's Prompt Panda.
Prompt Panda is like an AI-powered prompt manager. It helps you organize all your prompts, so they're easy to find. So if you're always trying out different prompts for things like ChatGPT, Prompt Panda can be a real lifesaver.
Yeah, staying organized is so important with all this AI stuff. Another tool that looks interesting is browser use. It combines AI with browser automation.
Right, browser use lets AI agents interact with websites and actually do things online. So imagine having an AI that can browse the web for you, fill out forms, make purchases, even gather information. It could automate a lot of those tedious tasks we all have to do online.
That would be a game changer for sure, for both businesses and individuals. And speaking of handling tasks, there's Lori Keat, an AI tool specifically for managing those complicated support tickets.
So Lorikeet can tackle things like replacing a lost credit card, adjusting medication dosages, even verifying cryptocurrency transactions. It just shows how AI is being used in those customer service and support roles, doing tasks that really need accuracy and efficiency.
It's pretty amazing to see AI being used in such practical ways. Now switching gears to something more creative, there's Raphael AI. It's a platform for generating those visually stunning AI images.
Yeah, Raphael AI offers unlimited image generations, and you don't even need to log in, so it's a good option if you just want to play around with AI art. No barriers to entry.
That's awesome. Sounds like a really fun way to explore what AI can do creatively. And for people who want to stay on top of global news, there's Penatory AI.
Penatory AI is a really smart media platform, provides daily summaries of curated content from all over the world. So it's like having a personalized AI news curator. Filters out the noise and gives you the most important info.
Sounds super efficient. like having a research assistant who keeps you updated. And we can't forget Memex, that AI coding agent we talked about earlier.
Right. Memex is a game changer for anyone who wants to build applications, even if they're not coding experts. It's a great example of how AI is making technology more accessible to everyone.
Love those kinds of tools,
Yeah.
the ones that help people create and innovate.
Me too. And for those working with conversational AI, there's Cape Privacy. Their Cape Chat platform gives you intuitive ways to use large language models. And their Cape API makes sure your data is integrated and redacted properly.
So they're really focused on those privacy and security issues,
Right.
which are definitely important as AI gets more embedded in our lives.
Exactly. And lastly, we have Designs.ai. It's an AI platform that lets you create and edit logos, videos, banners, all kinds of mockups really quickly.
Like having an entire design studio powered by AI, right at your fingertips. Wow, we covered a ton of ground today. OpenAI's latest models, the rise of all these specialized AI tools, groundbreaking research, even bionic breakthroughs. The world of AI is changing so fast.
It is. It's a really exciting time to be watching this space. And honestly, I think we're just getting started. As these technologies keep advancing, we're going to see even more amazing applications. They'll change industries and the way we live, work, and interact with the world.
Absolutely. So thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the AI landscape. Hope you found it insightful and interesting. Make sure to follow AI Brief for more discussions about the latest AI developments. And don't forget to share this with anyone who wants to learn more about this amazing world of AI.
See you next time.